Hey, it's Amy Brown, and I am here with Keith Urban. Hey, Keith.
Amy, how are you?
I'm doing so good. We're super pumped that you're kicking off our show tonight. So, what can you tell us about your performance?
Yeah, me too. We are gonna actually open it up. I might be driving to the gig. That's all I'm gonna say. That might play into it.
Okay.
You'll have to see it.
Well, I heard you're doing a special performance of Superman where some of your fans are going to be joining you virtually for our Capital One Ultimate Jam. So, is it
Yes.
fun to watch your fans do covers of your music?
Oh, so good. It's so good. I mean, it's touching, particularly when you write a song and see people online and know that they've sat down and learned it. And it's, oh my gosh, yeah, it's awesome. I'm glad we get to do this with Capital One tonight.
Yeah, that's so fun. I feel like with everything being virtual these days, you're not getting to connect with fans like you normally would. So do you find yourselves connecting with them online if they tag you in something? Do you ever see anything and you're like, oh, whoa, like that's pretty awesome. Do you ever connect with fans that way?
Always, yeah. And that actually, it's where a lot of new music too. Artists that I've known about it, people hadn't told me about it. So yeah, very glad we can do it. I'm glad the pandemic is not 1918 pandemic. That's having this technology to go through this with definitely helps.
Yeah, we definitely have that in our favor for sure. So has the pandemic pushed your creativity?
It's definitely made me more, all of us, innovative, and creative, and just have to figure ways around things. In a lot of ways, though, it's kind of it reminds me of when I was starting out. You have nothing. I mean, when you make a record, you have one guitar, limited this, limited that, and you kind of have to figure it out and make stuff up with what you've got. And that's come in really, really handy this year.
Yeah, well, I want to give a shout out to you being kind of a pioneer in the ways artists have had to do something different, like even with your urban underground drive-in that you did for frontline workers in Nashville.
Right,
Shout out for that. And then
definitely.
Keats for Global Citizen, Together at Home. I mean, you've kind of handled the live entertainment thing as best as we all can, and I think a lot of artists look up to you in the way that you've handled it. And you just hosted the ACMs and performed your new
Yeah,
song One Two
yeah,
Pink.
yeah.
So how did that collaboration come together?
Yeah, that was great to get to finally have everybody hear that song and see it. That was a song that came actually last year, but I wasn't able to get Pink on it till this year. And of course, she had to do it remotely, so she recorded her vocals out in California. I did the rest of all my stuff for the record here in Nashville, and it came together. But let me tell you, the first time I heard her voice on that track, man, there's nobody like Pink. She's amazing.
Yeah, she has one of the most beautiful voices ever. When it
Yeah.
comes to staying at home, like, can you share with us just something you've learned about yourself during this time or something that you've loved about being able to be home?
Oh gosh, so much of it. I've learned so much. Um, I have a studio at the house, which was a blessing because I would not have gotten this record finished if we hadn't had that, because I was able to spend a lot of time in there. And even, we, as you mentioned, we did some performances from the studio as well. So I was very lucky to have a very fine looking guitar tech help me out with a few, a few of the performances too. And we were just making the most of this just indescribable new reality that everybody found themselves in, and just kind of being creative, seeing where we could help other people like we did with the drive-in. Because at the end of the day, all the frontline workers, all the hospital workers, healthcare, everybody and their families have and are doing so much right now all over the world. So, we just can't thank them enough.
Yeah. And although I think so many people cherish their time at home and, like you're saying, the growth and just making do with what you have to do, I'm sure
Yeah.
you're here to get back out there and get on the road. What is one thing you miss most about live events?
The audience, the energy of real people. I mean, there's no substitute for it, because it's it's what we do as humans. We come together and we celebrate together, whether it's a sporting event, whether it's a movie, whether it's a live gig. You need people. We need people.
Yeah, I was just thinking that when I asked you that and I was waiting for your answer, I was thinking of y'all having to perform to empty rooms. And then I was watching football last weekend and they're having to play to empty stadiums. And it's just all so bizarre, but we're doing our best to adjust. And your new album, The Speed of Now, Part 1, is actually out now. And you said that you were able to add new songs to the album during the pandemic. So what inspired you?
Yeah, I mean, several of these songs came because we ended up with this time to write and record, which I did not see coming. I knew there was a few songs I was missing for the record. I could feel it, but I didn't know when I was going to get the time to do that. And not only did we end up with the time to do it, but the songs then came from that as well. There's a song called Say Something, which was written during this period. There's another song called Live With, and then the opening track called Out the Cage is completely about the need to just break out of confinement. And there was no better song to start the record with than that one. It definitely busts everything open. So I'm looking forward for everyone getting to hear that song especially.
Yeah, well, when it comes to, now this is just a hard-hitting question that I have for you, Keith. Are you ready for it?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you a surgical mask kind of guy, or do you have like a favorite printed cloth one that you wash every day?
I got every kind. Where is it now? I don't even know where it is. Because I'm on the bus. Whatever. Surgical mask. Someone gave me an AC/DC mask. I got something that looks like it's out of Mad Max. Whatever. Just any kind of facial covering, and we're off and running.
Yeah.
How about you, Amy? What's your style?
Oh, I try to coordinate it with my outfit.
Of course you do.
Sure. Yeah. Well, I mean, there's solid colors or tie-dye. I really love my tie-dye ones, make me happy.
Right.
And then I have a denim one that's kind of like the denim jacket it goes with everything.
Right.
So, yeah. You don't coordinate with your outfit, Keith?
It's an insane conversation, isn't it, that we're having when you think about it? It's just mad. It's mad beyond mad. But no, I don't have coordinating masks at this stage.
Okay, well,
I'm surprised that we still wear them. When you think about the technology, you would think there'd be some other way that we could do all that now. Because I mean, this thing's like 100 years old, putting something here, isn't it? Isn't it amazing? I mean, we can send a Tesla into outer space, but we still put this piece of fabric over here and not have something, I don't know what. You would think there'd be some amazing invention.
Well, you should get on that with all your free time.
I'll get on it. Yeah, there's probably an app for it. What do I know?
I'm just kidding. I know you don't have a lot of free time, but I'm also just going to clarify for a lot of fans watching. Yes, I can smell Keith Urban through the Zoom.
I'm sorry.
No, that's just a joke.
Then I'm sorry.
Do you know that most anybody, when your name comes up, it's like if we meet listeners and they say, you know, who all have you met or who have you had in the studio? What was Keith Urban like? And of course, they're always like, he's so nice. He's amazing. So down to earth. They're like, what does he smell like? Does he smell as good as people say? Like, people are obsessed with the Keith Urban smell.
Wow. I guess that's better than the alternative.
Yeah, I was even at a dinner party the other night. Someone said, does he smell good? And I was like, what? Why does everybody ask this question? But to answer it, yes.
Yeah.
So thank you.
My dad always smelled good when I was growing up. And I was like, okay, that's a good role model right there.
Oh, that's good. You took notes.
Yeah.
Definitely not a bad thing.
This is a Bobby Bones show.